Today we take an unusual look at one of the best-known images of World War II. U.S. Marines planting an American flag on the island of Iwo Jima after capturing the key high ground of Mount Suribachi from the Japanese. 7,000 U.S. Marines died in that battle, 20,000 were wounded. Iwo Jima and the Marine Memorial are the testimonies in blood and bronze of courage and sacrifice. But odds are few have looked at the iconic images the way one vet has. Morgan Steinmetz saw something perhaps nobody else had seen, and what he found is a testament to the power of observation.
My name is Morgan Steinmetz, and I live in Pensacola, Florida, and I was in the Army after the Korean War. This is the actual picture that Joe Rosenthal, the AP photographer, shot on February 23rd on Iwo Jima. I'm familiar with that picture, everybody is. So, I mean, it's iconic and it's central to the meaning of the Marine Corps.
Visitors to the monument at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia know the image too.
When we were growing up, the network TV stations would go off at midnight, and this was the last thing that you saw.
We bid you good evening.
Was the actual movie clip of the flag at Iwo Jima going up. So it was very touching to be here to see that and to see this being, that event being memorialized in the way that it has been here.
How he was able to get it almost identical to this photo really says a lot. I actually believe it is very historically accurate.
Or is it? An amateur student of warfare and armament, Morgan noticed something perhaps nobody else had seen. In the photo, the Marine in the back has no weapon on his shoulder, but in the sculpture, he does. What's more, Morgan noticed it's a rifle that didn't exist until after the photo was taken, an M1 carbine.
Well, when I looked at these, I thought, wait a minute, this is out of place in time. It would be like having a Coke bottle in the painting of the Last Supper. It doesn't fit.
Morgan wondered, why did artist Felix de Weldon add the rifle?
I didn't have the answers, so I decided that somebody in the Marine Corps probably would. So I wrote to the commandant of the Marine Corps.
In the letter, Morgan pointed out the added rifle and asked simply, how did an M1 carbine apparently get added to the Marine Memorial when there wasn't one in the photo? It took a long time, but finally he got a reply from the Marine Corps Commandant.
He wrote back and basically said to me that the artist who did the clay work originally and then oversaw the casting of the bronze statues, which came down to Washington in pieces, had some artistic latitude.
It wasn't much of an answer, but it was the best the Marines could do. The secret died with the sculptor in 2003.
Yeah, it's the one in the very back. That's actually a very interesting fact. That's something I would ever would have pondered on.
Yeah, I guess I never really looked at the picture and analyzed against the statue. I just kind of trust the statue to be a complete replica of it. I never would have noticed anything like that.
Most visitors to the monument will never notice the extra historically inaccurate rifle. But Morgan knows, and after years of wondering, the confirmation of his observations was enough to put the matter to rest.
Does it need to be changed? Absolutely not. It is what it is. It's reality, and there are reasons that it was done that way. I could live with that.
This year marks the 71st anniversary of the day those brave Marines took that hill and raised the American flag. Coming up next week on Full Measure, there's much debate about building a wall to stop illegal immigrants from getting into the U.S. But what about the ones already here? Do you think that the problem of illegal immigrants who commit crimes in this country is bigger than some people know?
I think that it is greater than what we think.
A look at illegal immigrants, the crimes they're committing, and sanctuary cities. That's next week on Full Measure. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Sharyl Attkisson. Until next time, we'll be searching for more stories that hold powers accountable.